This is for the N-E-W-I. O-R-K, put your hands in the sky. New York, raise them high. City that never sleep, that's no lie. When we're coming out the game and it's over. So nice, put the team on my shoulder. Man, you better know my name, cause the kid got game. MVP, man, I told ya. But the game done changed, cause we changed up the game. Any way you wanna flip it, I'ma flip it insane. Flames to your brain, so nuts and pain. 5 seconds, all I had, man, I had to explain. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem, BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem, BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. New York, stand up for your borough, hands up. All my ladies in the front, let me see your man up. Your body representing is never bang up. And I gotta be your man, so we gotta gang up. New York City, them boys, man, them all about the money. New York City, let me see you stand up for your city. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem, BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem. Hey, everybody know I show this family. Representing this production. BK, Charlotte.
Let's go. Yeah. What's good? Oh, my bad. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another edition of Uptown Knicks Play-by-Play. I am your host, Aura. Knicks back at home. Game already started. Huck Porty got the start. No Karl Anthony Towns. Grimes back in the Garden for Philadelphia. So this should be fun, man. I'll put the score up. We'll get into live action early. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's do it. Huck Porty called for a foul already. But Brunson found him for an alley-oop pass, so that was beautiful to see. Also, the defense is there, already has a block. So, you know, he's active, man. He took the what's the word I'm looking for? The opportunity. Doing it. Maxey step back three, no good. Rebound Anunoby. Can't come to the Knicks. Daniel, what's going on, man? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Sorry. OG fouled by George. How you feeling, man? Knicks finally back home. Couple of days off after that ugly loss to Boston. But it's all good. Josh Hart drives, stripped. Grimes picks up the ball, head to Maxey. Maxey tries a three. No good again. Good job by the Knicks to get back on defense. Menno, what's going on, man? Happy Wednesday. Good to see you in the chat. And there we go. Bridges. It's his first bucket of the game. Will he have a better shooting game today? Let's see. Nothing much, though, man. I'm doing all right. Had some good couple of days off. I also had like an epiphany, you know, or at least a thought process on the last game, Knicks versus Boston. Hearts kicks to Anunoby. Anunoby three is no good. And Drummond stepped out of bounds. Cannot keep that rebound in bounds. So, but I was thinking, man, what if the Knicks, you know, we know that we got to play Boston eventually. You know, what if they were trying something to just, you know, get some film, you know, see if maybe, you know, something else in the playoffs might work, you know, because Boston, it's like they were trying their hardest to beat us. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes some game plans don't work, you know, and it's like, do you throw in the towel or, you know, they switched it up in the third quarter, made a good little run. It wasn't enough to secure the win, but, you know, it gave you a sense of like, all right, they can compete when they're playing at a certain way or in a certain way. So it's like, even though it's a loss, you learn from these losses because, again, we're going to have to face these guys in the playoffs. So you might as well take those games on the chin and just try again. Because the Knicks are still third in the East. It's not like we're not going to the playoffs. So it's just we got to play our best basketball at the end of the year. And Anobi got blocked. It looked like Grimes picked up by Huck Purdy. Pull up three from Grimes. Hits the back of the rim. Hart with the rebound. Quick outlet to Brunson. Brunson with the hezzy. Goes up. Finds a cutting. Bridges. Gets a left-hand layup. There we go. Our defense sucks right now. We're the worst at guarding the perimeter when you Mitch back. Yeah, that's true. You know, definitely true. Can't fight the facts. You know, this team defensively, we haven't figured it out against the top teams. You know, that's definitely truth. But it's not something we can't pick on. You know, hopefully with Mitch coming back on Friday, this should give us. Oh, shout out to that too, by the way. Mitch coming back this Friday against Memphis. We will be on the road. So that's a good challenge. You know, Jaren Jackson Jr., he's a solid defender, all-star, two-way player, can shoot the three, put the ball on the floor, and make some post shots. So that should be a good challenge for Mitch coming back. Hopefully he's, you know, on some type of minute restriction, not to put too much on the load on him. But it's gonna be fun, man. Like I'm super excited. And what's that? I think things should be swell. We really just need the bench to step up, man. At the end of the day, the bench needs to step it up. And you know, because the starting five, the thing about them, they can always keep us in the game, you know, offensively. If they're the ones that get us out of the game, it's up to them to get us into the like get us back into the game. But it's also up to the bench to kind of maintain whatever we got going on. Like, don't make the league go even further, and just don't do nothing boneheaded. Tiny, what's going on? How you feeling? Happy Wednesday. Good to see the mod in the chat. But you know, now to be honest, we need a new coach that's gonna utilize the bench. I mean, I think the bench gets utilized. It's also tough, man, because a lot of the times people focus on like the scoring aspect of the game, and our coach really focuses on the defense. And if you're not playing defense, you're gonna get subbed out of the game. Like it's like Tiz would rather get he would rather keep his offensive player in the game because he can still score and put pressure on the other team versus bringing someone off the bench that's you're not gonna try to score and you're not even playing defense. So that puts pressure on the main guys to like play better because now they know they're gonna be playing even more minutes because their sub can't stay on the floor. They're getting beat every time. They're not putting up points, so they're not adding to anything that's going on in the game. So it's tough. Toppin going off in the G League. They can waive Matt Ryan and get Okeke and TJ Warren. Hey, I'm with giving guys a chance too. You know, you never know what happens until you give them a chance. And so, you know, what we see is not what they see. So that's the only thing I could say about that. Is like what we see in games, especially in the G League, is more than likely not necessarily going to translate once they're called up to the A team. You know, because in those games, they get the time to warm up and they get the time to really feel the game. In these type of games, like you're subbing in for a quick 2-3 minutes, so you got to be on your best. And if you're not on your best, you're not gonna play it. It's just unfortunate. You know, that's just how it is. Some coaches, you know, they're okay with going with it. Bridges hits a three. There we go, Mikal. I like how you starting, baby. I'm doing good though, Tiny. I'm doing good. Got a little haircut today, you know, so I'm feeling a little different. Whoa! A Porty call for the foul. I don't know who that is. What's this guy's name? He just tried to dunk it on Bridges. Bona. Oh, promoting the firing of Tibbs. Hey, listen, I'm okay with it. You know, I was also on that bandwagon at some point. Um, I feel like, the he's shown willingness to try to maybe show improve, but sometimes the thing about switching coaches when you're in the middle of like competing for uh a championship, you gotta really like already be at the cusp of getting to the championship to make these changes. Like you see what happened with Boston, you see what happened with the Spurs. I mean, not the Spurs, the Golden State. Like, and that's rare. Like for a coach change, and the next thing you know, they go to the championship or they win. But it's like you then change the entire identity of the team because every coach has a different type of philosophy. So a coach might, Brunson almost gets the nail one on the 3-pointer, but he's fouled by Oubre going to the line for three, with the Knicks up by 8 with the first 6 minutes of the game gone by. But yeah, so I just feel like I like to see it through. I'm more of a see the season through. Whatever happens, you know, it'll be tough for Leon to get rid of Tibbs just off the strength of the power of friendship and family, Amelia. But I'm with any type of change, man. As long as it doesn't mess with our core, uh, I'm here for the type of changes that needs to be made. I just feel like if you could look around as a coach, you got to look around the league and see what some of the best coaches are doing. They're utilizing the not the entire roster, but a good portion. And I think all that comes from playing. Like I think it comes from playing. And if you're not playing them early on in the season, you don't even like as a coach, you yourself don't give yourself an idea of what could potentially happen within game. So, he lacks in that category. Oubre pull up on the double team is good. So Brunson hit all 3 free throws. Knicks are up by 9. And Brunson is picked up by who is that, bro? Edwards? Floater. Bono. Is it Bono or Bona? A damn Bona with the block. You know what nobody's mentioning? Johnny Bryant left to go to Cleveland. Now they number one in the league. Knicks always like go the wrong people. I mean, yeah, but also like they've been fully healthy as a team this year. They're balling right now. They got a new head coach, and but the thing is, Bridges hits another three. He has not missed a shot. What's going on? Why you couldn't do that against Boston? But I think that Johnny Brown, he was an assistant coach in Utah when Donovan Mitchell was there. So I mean, I think the whole point of him being on the Knicks staff was at some point to go after Donovan Mitchell. With that not happening, he's gonna go with where his guy is, and that's Donovan Mitchell. And Anobi ball is stolen by Paul George. Well, I didn't even put a bet in this game. This would have been an easy game for defense. All these steals. Paul George down low, and Bona loses it. Whoa, deflected out of bounds. I thought he lost it. All right. Miles McBride checking into the game. Josh Hart to the bench. Achua, he's into the game for Ariel Huck Purdy. So a good solid 8 minutes from the rookie, man. George to Maxi. Corner three is blocked by Bridges. Paul George picks it up, drives into the paint. Brunson deflects the rebound, but Maxi picks it up and he gets the layup to go. Cuts the lead to 10. Alvaro. Happy Wednesday, my guy. What's going on? How you feeling? Oh, your friends at MSG. Hopefully he got some good seats and he enjoys the game, man. Would have been nice if Mitch was back and Towns was playing, but I think the Knicks are gonna try to put on a good show for the team, man. What happened against Boston sucked. And these guys have a lot of pride, and I don't think they're gonna, you know, take it lightly. What's been happening in the media, how they've been speaking about the Knicks, you know, it's been crazy. But it's been factual, but also it's been crazy. You know, they've been saying it to about us as if every other team in the league is not getting destroyed by these teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the Knicks have high expectations, but like, let's be real. Every team that's in the playoffs right now or contending to be in the playoffs is getting destroyed by these three teams. It happens. They also can't beat us though. Like, they don't talk about how the Knicks are beating the top 2 to 8 teams in the West. I mean, granted, the Lakers beat us, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Bridges, yo, he can't miss, man. Oh, he did miss one, actually. These guys cannot get a good pass in. That ball goes out of bounds off the bad pass from Paul George. And the Knicks call timeout with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter, up by 9 points. Knicks are between the rock and a hard place right now. Where do they go from here? No draft capital, a good team, but not a contender. Well, I think the first thing you got to do is just get healthy, you know, get healthy and actually put together a roster that makes sense, you know? Like, at the end of the day, respectfully, like, we like Campaign, we like Landry Shamet, but those aren't really guys that, you know, like, if they do something to the point where, like, their defense is lacking, like, Tibbs is gonna put them on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they do things like chuck up threes on the offensive end. So, like, you mentally, you're not there. Like, you pushing us back, and we got you so that you could be a smart guard. Like, granted, if you open, yeah, but like some of the shots, we don't need that in the playoffs. We don't need that. Shamit, he could shoot threes, but like, bro, he's a traffic cone, man. Sometimes, not all the time, but it's like you get a good game out of Shamit every 10 games. You know, Deuce holds his own, but sometimes, hey, Deuce, Deuce will have that game. You like, come on, bro, at least play some defense. At least play some defense. So I like TJ Warren. He's a good scoring vet, but he's also old. He's also gonna have to guard against some of these faster wings. Um, but we gotta let the team gel. We gotta let them gel, man. Like, consistency, contingency, like, all of that stuff plays a role when it comes to team sports. You know, these guys just got thrown together this year. Still, like, it's rare that you make such big transitions to your starting lineup when you're trying to compete for a championship. It is. The only thing that Boston switched up and they got a championship was Porzingis, and that's a big addition, you know. But they was lacking in the size in the years before. So what they do? They added somebody that adds to their culture of just shooting threes, but he's tall enough where, like, he might not be grabbing all the rebounds, but his height just, they're able to switch him on different type of guards. Because I think Jason Tatum might be the team leading rebounder. Big task at hand. What's going on? How you feeling? Happy Wednesday. Salute, salute. What's a bigger issue right now? Tibbs, the roster health. I just think we just gotta let them build chemistry as a team. I don't think we should worry, as much as you want to compete every year. This is where they're at with their competition level, being a team that's competing against teams that they have played together for a good couple of years now. Like even OKC, the only thing they added, which was a big addition, was Hartenstein. Oh, and they picked up Ananobi misses the shot. He Alex Caruso, but that's a guy on the bench and that's a guy in the starting lineup, and they went out and got what they needed, defense. But those guys are real impact players. Like real impact players. As soon as they hit the floor, impact. Like the impact of Caruso going on the floor versus campaign, you already know the difference. You already know the difference. The thing is, they got guys like Cason Wallace, Aaron Wiggins, Isaiah Joe developing, and that's what we need on our roster. We need, but our coach is not playing our rooks. It is what it is. It's unfortunate. OG hits both free throws. Let's get back to live action. But I'm doing good, Big Task. Thanks for asking. Got a cut today from my little sis. It was good to see you. So the main issue probably definitely is Tibbs. He gotta, what I mean? He gotta be willing to grow, man. That ball is stolen by Maxey. Bad pass from Brunson. Knicks still up by 9. Maxey driving layup short. Rebound Brunson. Knicks got a 5-on-4. Maxey trailing. Bridges with the 3. No good. Come on now. Justin Edwards bringing the ball up the court. Drives, gets into the paint. Step back. Yeah, not going to call. What's up? Maxey. Good defense from Bridges. That's not a... Oh, okay. Illegal screen from Bona. Take your time, Bridges. Take your time to get up, bro. He trying to kill you. Juan, what's going on? How you feeling? Happy Wednesday, my guys. Good to see the mods in the chat. Yeah, man, this is exactly what we need from Bridges. Starting off strong. I mean, he missed his last couple of shots, but started off, 6 for 6 or 7 for 7? Like, Bridges got to be hearing it the most from Knicks fans. Out of anybody on the roster, he probably hears it the most, And so we also got to be respectful of the fact that he's another utility guy that plays all games and he competes. Granted, he has his very lows, he might have his highs, but he's somebody we also got to let grow within the team. You know what I'm saying? The difference between him and Cat is that Cat is an all-star. Cat's an all-star. So he gonna get his. Bridges, he like right there. You feel me? So it's like you got to give him a little grace, man. Like it's tough to watch it. I really hate it. But as a former basketball player, like I know what it means and how it feels to be put in a new team, learning new offenses, learning new things. Like obviously you want to showcase your skill and you want things to go your way. But come on, man. He's trying. He's trying. Gotta give him some grace, bro. I mean, six picks is crazy, but it all matters at the end of the day what those picks turns out to be. If those picks don't turn out to be anything worth it, the Knicks made the right choice. Like we're still competing, and he just gotta hit his shots. Listen, nobody gave RJ grace, and he was homegrown. Like at some point, y'all gotta start giving these players grace. Like when Brunson was having his shitty games early on in the season, everybody was like, "Oh, it's okay because it's Brunson. We know what he could do." Bro, we got to do that for everybody on the team. Like if we're gonna be supporters, ups and downs. It's frustrating, but ups and downs. We got to give it to them. That shot is ugly. No good. Oh, he made it. Wow. That was crazy. Lonnie Walker. I don't know when Philly picked him up. I feel like they might have picked him up like 2 weeks ago or last week, but I don't remember. But with all their injuries, it's good to see Lonnie Walker back on the NBA court. Achua sets the screen for Brunson. Brunson drives, kicks it back up top to Bridges. Bridges has he fouled by Quentin Grimes. And there was less than a second left, too. So now the Knicks will be able to take the shot, the last shot of the quarter with 2.8 left remaining. But yeah, I agree with you guys, man. Like, it sucks to see it because it's like, look at what we gave up. But at the same time, the front office is probably looking at our coach like, bro, anybody we draft, they're not even gonna play. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not gonna play. The good thing is, man, if the Knicks need to, they could blow it up at some point and get picks back. That's just what it is. In the NBA, you can always get your picks back at some point. A lot of trades recently had teams getting their picks back from previous year, like, you know what I'm saying, from previous trades. So you never know what happens. You never know what happens, man. That ends the first quarter. Knicks up by a dozen, 33-21, with Bridges with half the team's points, man. 19 points, shooting 8 of 10 from the field. You love to see it. Josh Hart already with 6 rebounds. You expect him to get a double-double tonight, especially without Karl Anthony Towns. And Brunson already with 7 assists. Passion machine. He seen Jokic get 19 and said, okay, I got something for that. Nets about to be competing within the next 2 years. A superstar coming there. What? Nobody's going to Brooklyn, man. Like, the reason why people didn't like coming to the Knicks used to be the front office. Do you remember that? Do you remember when the front office was the reason the Nets, I mean, the nobody wanted to come to the Knicks? That's exactly what's about to happen in Brooklyn. Not only did they fumble all these superstars, like they fumbled them badly. Look what's going on right now. Like, no, who's gonna want to go to Brooklyn right now? Eventually, they're gonna trade Cam Johnson. They're gonna trade Cam Thomas. Like, nobody's gonna, nobody's gonna. I'm gonna remember it, but I'm telling you, no, nobody's gonna want to go to the Nets. The thing about Bridges, though, that this 19 might be the 19 for the game. And that's the inconsistency I don't like. This 19 might be the his whole 19 points for the game. He might score like 4 more points, bro. We've seen it happen before. It's- but how big of an impact will Mitch have when he's back at full capacity? Um, it's like I don't want to say too much of a big impact, but I think he's gonna be a big impact defensively in the sense of even if teams are making threes, he can at least chase them off of the pick and roll. Like the Knicks are very bad at pick and roll. And if he can just be good at helping protect the rim from those pick and roll threats, then the Knicks won't be getting smoked out because not only can we not guard the perimeter, can't guard the pick and roll. At least with a rim protector and a rim runner, that's another thing too. He runs and he sets good screens. He's a lob threat on the offensive end, so we could run better pick and rolls because our pick and rolls is garbaggio. So, he might not make an immediate impact, but I feel like just him being a 7 foot active defender, big body, he really takes, being a defender seriously, protecting the paint. He's smarter. He got a chance to be in the playoffs last year. So like those experiences really make you hungry. He been sitting on the bench all year. So I don't think he's gonna try to come back and do too much. But I think he's gonna come back and just try to play the right way, try to do the right things, you know. He used to do a lot of boneheaded things, and we don't need that anymore. Shamit does not miss his first shot of the game. Does not miss. Or well, I don't know what I just said. Too much Celsius. Achua. I thought that was a block, but he fouled Andre Drummond. He's gonna scare people from driving to the paint, and he's gonna help Wingstop focus on their job a little better. Absolutely, absolutely. I think mainly Bridges. You know, for me with OG, it's the scoring. I don't got to worry about his defense. OG, you could put him on anybody. I'm not worried about that. But bro, there be games they let OG shoot all the threes and 1 and 8, 1 and 7, 2 and 9, 7 points. OG, if you're gonna take 9 threes, you cannot have just 7 points, my brother. Like that. No, no. And I'm tired of this team not shooting free throws. It's just annoying. Like, why does every team only have one person that's getting all the free throws? Nobody likes to drive to the basket anymore. They want to say the ratings are down. Come on, bro. You got to start protecting players that drive to the basket. You protect the shooters all the time. So I'm gonna be a shooter because every time I drive to the paint and I get slapped, people think I'm hunting for fouls. Paul George can't hit that bucket. Drummond with the offensive board kicks to Edward. Edwards three. That's also no good. Achua snatch that rebound out the way. Bring it up the court. Leaves it for Payne. Payne off the pick and roll. Puts up the floater, and that's good. Campaign. Did you hear me talking about you? Let's go. Need that. 35-22. Knicks up 13. Drummond, Grimes, Paul George, pick and roll, layup. Oh, he dunks it actually. Andre Drummond with the dunk. Bounce pass from George. Lonnie Walker and Edwards for Philly. The 5 on the floor. Campaign gets a screen from Achua. Blocked by Lonnie Walker. Walker ahead to George. George drives, kicks it. Grimes, pump fake, throws it to his coaches. Come on, man. They don't even have, like, they have on Philly attire and Philly decals, but they're not playing, man. They're coaches, Grimes. Hey, Grimes, he's known for that. He likes to do those Shaq and the Fool passes to anybody. Hilarious. I'm sorry. Let's get back to live action. Achua cut off, but turn around. Hook shot is too strong. Ooh. You think they'll make a play for DiVincenzo to come back next season? Absolutely. Why not? I would. The thing is, Minnesota really wanted DiVincenzo. You know, the same offseason the Knicks got him, they wanted him. It's just that the power of friendship. But the way that the Minnesota's playing right now, you know, and he's injured. You never know, man. They might not just let him walk like that and come back to New York. I also don't know because he signed what, a 4-year contract with the Knicks, and he was on what, year 2? This might be year 3. So he'll probably be on his final year. I mean, if he opts out, I don't know if it's a team option though or a player option. Grimes in the corner. Grimes to Drummond. Posting up, backing him down. His hook shot. Ugh. That's no good. Achua to Hart. Hart looks down low, and that had to be deflected. It had to be deflected. Knicks basketball. But yeah, hey, if they do, DiVincenzo, you're more than welcome to come back to New York. I'll be the first to say it. I'm probably not the first, but he's more than welcome to. The thing is, guys, too, you know, money becomes a huge issue, and guys are making lots of money. The only person that I know took a pay cut, Jalen Brunson himself. Now you look at Towns and Anunoby, the next person up that can potentially take a pay cut, because Josh Hart took a pay cut too, and Anunoby corner three is no good. Mikal Bridges, you know, will he take a pay cut so we can go out and get somebody else? That's the only difference too between a lot of these teams than us. Like, they were able to build with their homegrown talent because their talent grew within the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they played their way into good contracts, and it made sense at the time for the team to not trade them. You know, a team like New York that's always trying to compete. You know, we might have traded away some draft capital, but at least we did it in a smart way than previous Knicks front offices. We used to trade away our picks for veterans, like post prime vets, like trading away our young guys for like players that's literally not like, bro, knee problems, back problems, ankle break, and like just not playing. At least we got guys that are literally playing 82 games, 80 games, 70 plus games. So, you know, if one or two of those guys is only playing 50 games, I'll take it. Because at least it means playoffs consistently and competing consistently. We don't got to worry about if somebody gonna punch a fire extinguisher, Amari Stoudemire. You know what I'm saying? Like, knock himself out of the playoffs. Like, bro, we don't need that. We got some smart players that really love the game of basketball, and it's just gonna take some time, man. It's okay to admit that we're not where we want to be, but it doesn't mean we can't get there, you know? We're knocking at the door faster than sooner than 20 other teams, 25 other teams. So for a team like us that's been in the bottom for a very long time, we need to appreciate what's happening right now and not rush the process. Like, for real. We gotta chill, you know what I mean? It took Tatum and Jalen Brown, what, 6, 7 years to get one? We only seen the playoffs like this for 3, 4 years. Come on now, relax. We gonna get there. Let me get back to live action though. I've been yapping this entire game, but it's only because Philly sucks. Like, Embiid is out for the year. I know the Knicks are gonna win tonight, but you know, this is a fun stream, man. It's hump day. OG tries a three. Finally. Finally. Because my man been missing. Knicks 44-28, man. This is good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Good job, OG. A lot of assists, man. The Knicks with 12 assists already in the game. 17 rebounds. Josh Hart with 8 of them. Josh Hart, 8 boards, man. A game like this, it gives our guys a chance to get some rest, you know? And the crazy thing is, I feel like Philly's been playing some pretty good defense. Gotten some good steals, forced some turnovers, but the Knicks are making shots. You know, with 16 of 29. And sometimes, oh, my bad. Sometimes that's how the game goes, you know? It just sucks that, like, when you play a team like Boston, okay, it's like you got to be on it at all times. You can't take plays off. Can't take plays off. That game, Towns was taking plays off. Like, Brunson, everybody was taking plays off. So, you know, as much as we like to put it on the coach, players play and coaches coach. The players are the one competing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a game plan don't work. That's definitely on the coach. But like, the players got to also make adjustments, man. That's why I like quarterbacks. Sometimes they call the plays because they see what's going on, or sometimes the coaches is calling plays, or it be the people in the box up top calling the plays. But at the end of the day, it all falls down to the people on the field. So in this case, it's all gonna fall down to everybody that played in the game. So no excuses, just get it done. R.I.P. to Out Trout Rig, man. But facts, players play. So what we what we should do, instead of bashing our players, we hold them accountable. Instead of bashing them, we just start holding them accountable. Holding them to the high standards that we have. Hey, man, I know you had a bad game, but brother, you need to wake up. Bridges. I appreciate the bounce back game from Bridges. I appreciate what I see from Brunson. 7 assists already. Come on. That's the only thing I always ask for Brunson. Assist, 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 bro. Because there's no way you could watch players like Trey Young and even Chris Paul, like all these guys getting all these assists. And that's because they pass the ball early on in the game. They know what happens at the end of the game. The ball is going to be in the hands of the captain. So, unless you really need a bucket, JB, conserve your energy, man. Let the team play. I was watching the Cavs play Orlando the other day, and the way Donovan Mitchell was legit not playing basketball, like he was letting everybody else do whatever they wanted, but he was just bring the ball up, pass the ball, and hey, if this is y'all night. Like if you need me to get a bucket, I'll do it. But go ahead. DeAndre Hunter off the bench came cooking. Max Strus cooked you know, we get into these positions where it's like we always got to go to Brunson, always, always, always. Like, nah, we got to start putting some confidence in a lot of the players on our team, man. I, I I'm here to say it. ISO ball is cool, but when we need it, we don't need it the entire game. That was a bad pass, bro. Paul George got a steal. That's like 3 steals for Paul George. But yeah, man, when the Knicks play as a team, we're hard to beat. And you can tell when watching the game, certain players, like, they might take the game a little bit more serious than the other player. But bro, you still gotta like play as a team. Like you can't think you're gonna be the one to win the game by yourself. So it's like mentally, a lot of the times, everybody might not be on the same wavelength when we're playing against like those super teams or the top three, I guess. The only way to put confidence in others, we have to utilize more players off our bench. Fire Tiz. Hey man. I don't disagree. Deuce tries a three. How was that not a foul, bro? He landed in his landing space. Paul George. Who's this? I don't know. Paul George swings it. Oubre doesn't shoot the three. Finds Maxi, his corner three. In and out. OG with the rebound. Josh Hart bringing it up the court. You got 3 Knicks waiting to check back into the game. Brunson, Huck, Porty, and Bridges. Deuce pulls it out. Crossover. Goes left. Gets the switch. Has Bona on him. Pull up on the baseline is good. See, that right there is smart, bro. Go out. Get the little switch. Get the advantage. Bona can't guard you. Oubre tries a three. That's short. Campaign gets you the long rebound. Philly gets back on defense. Screen set by Achua. Achua pump fake drives. Dunks it all over. Bona Achua. Oh my goodness. He said, I'm coming home, baby. He said, welcome to the garden, Mr. Bona. Maxi's three-pointer. He cannot hit a three. Hart gets the strip, but the ball goes out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Bruh. Oh, what the left? With the left, though. Bona. Achua. Yeah, man. Go get your little rest, man. Get that little seat. Payne, McBride, and Achua to the bench. Knicks back with their starting lineup. About 5 minutes left in the game. I mean, in the first half. Sorry, y'all. Oubre, guarded by Brunson, turns around. OG goes for the steal. Council cuts, finds Bona. Extra pass and a delay of game by Adem Bona touching the ball after the bucket. He went off because he going to the bench. Hey, the thing about the bench players, though, they play better at home sometimes. But Achua is somebody that, like, he got to play fast and active, man. The game got to be quick for him. Good pass from Hart to Porty. From H to H, baby. I like that. Bona sets the screen on Anunoby. Poor George foul from behind by OG. Misses the shot. Going to the line for two. Huck Porty, man. Doing the best right now, man. Taking advantage of his minutes. Got the start. Only got one foul, man. That right there is the discipline we like to see from our big man. You know? When they get into games like this, that's what I look at. How active are you on the floor? What are you doing? Are you fouling too much? You know, are you in the right positions? And Huck Porty he's checking the boxes right now as a starter. You know, that's what we wanted from Sims, respectfully, you know? But we still got to see more out of Huck Porty to compare. But in my opinion, that's an upgrade at the backup center, I guess third, like the third position. Brunson got blocked from Maxey. Maxey a little too much jelly on that pass. Council could not get it. So Knicks with the ball, up 17. And Anunoby loses the ball in the paint. Good defense by George. Anunoby kicks it up top to Hart. Hart to Bridges. Bridges turns on his pivot. Leaves it for Brunson. Brunson has Oubre on him. Between the legs dribble. Hezzy turns. Picks up the shot off the glass with the up and under. Jalen Brunson. Here we go. The captain for George. Pull up straightaway three is good. Oh, George, man. Remember when they said he was going to Philly and they'll be better than the Knicks? Right. Hart, bad pass. It got deflected by Ricky Council. He stepped out of bounds. Oh, they caught a foul on Hart before that. Sims got hops, zero finesse. Nah, I mean, he could finish around the rim. You give him that, and he can make free throws. But, yeah, he's not really an offensive, like, big. And, but, man, you loved what he gave us in a Knicks uniform for being a young guy and not getting as much minutes, getting thrown in and out of the starting lineup because of injuries, so always staying ready. At least that was a good personality trait, a good characteristic by him. He was very quiet though, so Oubre with a corner three. So back-to-back threes by Philly. And they cut this lead to, what's that, 13? Brunson to Anunoby. Guarded by George. George goes for the steal. Step back mid-range, short. Rebound by Paul George. And then Drummond wide open. Bad defense by New York. Another delay of game. So Knicks should get a free throw. Oh, they say he was hanging. That's crazy. Yeah, technical free throw for Brunson. But me personally, man, like I want to see Paco play. Oh, it's because he was hanging on it though. He's also hanging on the rim. You're only supposed to do that if there's somebody under you. Thank you, Monica. She just said what I said. Monica McNutt, the GOAT. She's like, she understands the culture, bro. Like, she's a good addition to MSG. No cap. Huck Porty turning around, handoff to Bridges, gets the ball back, pump fake. Might have got over to travel, but pump fake with the little shot. Huck Porty. Here we go. 6 points in his start, man. I like it. Paul George brings the ball up. Screen set by Drummond. George, bad pass, picked up by Bridges. Josh Hart looking, waits. Bounce pass, Anunoby for the easy two-hand jam. Josh Hart, his second assist of the game. You like easy buckets, man, in the fast break. Maxey to Oubre. Handoff to George. Knicks playing zone. George falls down, finds Oubre in the corner. Shot, no good. Brunson, good box out. You see what I'm saying? Box out, guys. Even though Paul George got the offensive rebound, Maxey tries a three. No good. He cannot shoot it. And then Anunoby ahead to Hart. Hart waits. Paul George knocks the ball out of bounds off the body of Josh Hart. Man, quarterback OG did not get an assist, but looked like a TV timeout. And there's 51.6 seconds left in this first half. Knicks up by 16. Woo! Good job by the Knicks, man. Good job by the Knicks. Oh! Look, it's doing that thing again. It's doing that thing again. It's doing that thing again, bro. All right. It's doing that thing. I need to grab something quickly. Hold on. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, it's because I know what happened here. That one's on me. All right. Okay. What do you think our ceiling in the playoffs this year? Honestly, man, I truly believe the Knicks have a chance to compete this year for a championship. You know, from what I've seen throughout the year, even though we still got a good amount of games left, I definitely think we still have enough to compete, man. You know, we haven't shown it against a team like Boston, but nobody else in the East can beat us right now. So the issue is going to be because of the seeding. You know, we'll probably have to see Boston in the second round. So that's just the reality of it. That's gonna be tough. Nido, what's going on, man? Happy hump day. Happy Black History Month as well, man. Last couple of days of Black History Month, and hope everybody enjoyed it. Um, it's been an up and down month for the Knicks, but they're 37 and 20, 20 and 10 at home, so at least they're protecting home court. But yeah, man, the playoffs are again. It's just gonna come down to who wants it more, man. That's it. It's just gonna be the your level of competing in the playoffs is what it falls down to. Foul called on Ariel Hukporti. No, OG. I thought the ref went like that. All right. So that's two fouls for OG and Anobi. Well, George hits the first. Wait, why are we shooting free throws? Justin Edwards back in the game for Ricky Council. Chapstick. Well, George second free throw. It's good. Brunson fouled by Paul George. Cannot get the and one. That would have been tough. Heart. Something just scared me just now. It was so loud on my computer. I was like, what is that? Um, Oubre tried to dunk it on McBride, but Deuce called for a foul. Ooh, the Celtics won 2 out of 3 versus the Cavs this season. I feel like we could smoke the Cavs in the playoffs, but Boston going to be a tougher match. Yeah. I mean, I feel like because of the 1-2 seeding of like, the Cavs being number 1 and the Celtics being number 2, like I feel like people are forgetting that the Celtics won the chip last year. Like they're still the team to beat, regardless of their record. Like that's the team to beat at the end of the day. So, I mean, you know, the Cavs is a team I'm never gonna worry about them, just ever. So I agree with you. Um, we gotta at this point we might have to worry about teams like Detroit and Atlanta and teams that got sneaky wins against us in the season that will probably play first round. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I know we don't gotta worry about Indiana, you know what I mean, Orlando, but like Detroit, bro. I, somebody asked about it last stream and I wasn't thinking about it, but good bucket from Brunson. Well, George almost hits it as the buzzer, but nope, Knicks 61-45, up by 16 at the half. We got to worry about a healthy Orlando. Yeah, but like not really. Like I don't think they're gonna be that healthy come playoff time. Like Paolo's there and Franz too, but like Paolo's, I think, their only consistent player. Cole Anthony just got injured, so hopefully he's not out for too long because, I enjoy competition. But, speedy recovery to him. Jalen Suggs, he's been dealing with his knee. And Gary Harris just doesn't play. Uh, And Wendell Carter, I don't know if he is back to his regular minutes in the starting lineup, but I think Orlando definitely a team that is going to compete against. But like, I don't think we got to worry about them. Like, if we're playing our best basketball, we don't have to worry about them. Like, I don't think we have to worry about them. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give them. They're a good team. They compete. They play hard. But I've just seen the Knicks know when to turn the switch on, and so maybe they just haven't turned the switch on yet. But I've seen them turn the switch on and then turn it off. So they again they got to just be there mentally as a whole, as a unit, and just take it game by game, man. Just take it game by game. I said we get Mitch back, we get Towns healthy. He might be out for his knee. Get OG back up to speed. Uh, because he missed like the last week and a half before the All-Star break. So he got to really get back up to his timing. Get back to how he feels comfortable playing in the game. And then once you add Mitch, that's going to add a whole new dynamic to the team. So now it's even more chemistry, even more things you're going to have to learn. So it's just one of those things where they just got to get better together as a team. They just got to get better. I forgot it was halftime. Forgot it was halftime. Knicks has had a pacer problem for years. 2013, second round, we got smoked by Roy Hibbert. And last year, we got smoked by Pascal, Siakam, and Turner. We got to focus up. Yeah, we do. But we like that 2013 yet, man. Yeah. They robbed Melo. They robbed us. Um, yeah. Yeah, last year, I don't know, man. I already knew, man. Once they won that game, man, they forced a game five or whatever. Oh no, when the Knicks were up, but 2-0. Because we didn't win that game to make it 3-0, man. I knew it was gonna be tough. I knew it. Cause the way they won, bro, like Andrew Nimhard, bruh. Oh my gosh, bro. Like that's one of those deflating losses that just change an entire series. You know what I'm saying? Like that gave them the most confidence in the world, bro. I was just like, ah. But see, the difference now with playing against the Pacers is they cannot guard Towns. Like Towns cooks them every time he plays. They cannot guard that man, bro. And it's because they got a 7-footer who don't like to play in the paint either. Miles Turner, forget about it, bro. I was so mad too, bro. I was yeah. I don't even want to go back to that stream. I barely rewatch any of like my streams. I watch some of them, but like I have not rewatched any of the playoff ones because I was just like I'm good. I said I'm good, man, because it was going so good, man. That Philly series was great. I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was good. We stuck it to them. Indiana, man. Uh, they should have never got by us, bro. Because then they didn't even do anything in the front. Like, bro, they were so terrible. Didn't they get swept by Boston? Hmm. Wow. They went back and forth with us. They brought Reggie Miller out, like all types of like theatrics, headline stuff. And we fell for it, man. We lost our mental game, bruh. We fell for that. Like, and then it's like also we was just injured, bro. Like we was just so injured going into that second round. Oh man. We tried though, man. We tried. The Drake of the NBA called Halliburton. Word. Halliburton is somebody that like he's a good player. You know, I give him his kudos and stuff. But like me, I'm somebody that like I talk shit throughout the game, whether I'm losing or I'm winning, because I'm just a competitor. Like I will talk shit the entire game, you know, because I feel like I don't like you're gonna be quiet. You'll be quiet the whole game when your team is losing. Then your team comes back. Has nothing to do with you. You're not the reason they came back. And you be talking them like he talks the most shit on his team. And half the time the comeback is never because of him. Like I don't like that. I don't like that type of stuff, bro. But I think that's just a competitor in my heart. Like I don't like that. So that's my only thing about Halliburton, you know. I like if you know, if you're gonna talk that to your teammates because they don't, you know, they getting it back and you hype. Like, yeah, you feel me? Like, don't be the one, you're not on the court doing that, bro. He really is a Drake of the NBA though. He really is. Come and think about it. Like, I don't think nobody likes Halliburton. And I think that's the main reason though. Like, I don't know. As a competitor, I wouldn't like that, bro. You either going to talk trash the entire game or just don't talk at all. And then he's a type. If his team is winning, he's talking so much in the beginning of the game. Then when they lose, this is him all the time, like biting his towel or the towel over the head. You know, he like to put his towel over his head and just be like this. What happened to all that talking? Why you stop talking? You mad now because you're losing. But keep talking. Even if you lose, keep talking. You know, at some point we might see you again, right? If we see you in the playoffs, or you know what I mean? If we see you next time, well, if I know I got another game against you, don't sit there and be quiet. Keep talking. They all that. But that's just the competitor in me. You know, I think there's, you know, good trash talking, and I think there's some where you take it too far. If I play basketball all day, I'm talking trash to every player I play against. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. But it's out of love, you feel me? It's to make sure you still compete, to see if you got the heart for the game like how I got the heart for the game. Because I could be 0 for 10 and I'm still like, that's why I understand when some of these players can't hit a shot. uh, don't let it get to you. At least compete. And that's why I like defense. Because defense doesn't have nothing to do with scoring. except can I stop you from scoring? And if I can't, can I at least play help defense? Am I at least talking, doing something to help benefit the team? And so, you know, a lot of people don't have that mentality, man. Like, it's still a job to some of these people. They don't really have the passion. It's just, you know what I mean? I'm going to work, I get my paycheck. It's a large sum of money, but hey, you know, some players get to the NBA and realize this is not what I thought it was. You know, you ever get to a job and you like, this is not how I thought this would be. Obviously, you know, like I said, it's the NBA. It's a very lucrative business, but some people think it's just basketball all day. Like, they don't like having to go to different NBA events, traveling, doing this apparel signing 1,000 jerseys, 1,000 basketballs, like doing appearances here and there. Like, some of them don't like it. Some people don't like that type of stuff. They probably like, oh, this is not the job that I thought it was. I thought I was gonna play basketball and that's it. No, sir. You about to earn this check. Basketball is a quarter of what's happening right now. I need this photo shoot here. I need you to fly here, do this, do that. Hey, listen, man. Let's go. Because every organization has their own obligations. But then, like, the NBA also has their obligations. So, like, hey, man, you got to take this drug test. You got to do this, do that, do that. Yep. I need to know your history of everything. The NBA is different, man. The corporate world is different. We get to enjoy the product, but having to go to work, like, you got to think about the clothes you wear, the things you say when the season is not happening. Like, hey, man, the spotlight is on them at all times. Some people don't like it. Like, I've gone to jobs where, like, little things I don't like, and I'm good, man. I'll go get another job. So it's like the money is good, and you know the experience is nice, in my opinion, for NBA players. But some people get there and they're just like, this is not what I thought it was. You know? It happens like that in all businesses, you know. Or you just eventually you start to lose your love for it. Especially if, like, I mean, some players are okay with being 15, 16 player on the bench because they getting money, the team is winning. Things feel good, you know, you traveling, you're winning. But when you losing, like, you like, yo, I'm not even playing. I'll go to practice every day. Like, I'm the starters can't beat me. Like, it start to weigh down on you mentally, you know, and like now you go to work, you feeling a little depressed, you know, and you walking into arenas with thousands of people, some people yelling at you, social media, especially now with gambling. You don't hit the parlay, everybody mad. Like, I wouldn't know how to do it. Like, I know I like to put in picks and stuff, and I get upset when a player doesn't do what I expect them to do. But like, to send them DMs and all types of hate mail because they didn't do, like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. So like, there's a lot of stuff you got to deal with when you're an NBA player, man. Like, we get the healthy observation of just watching the game, but behind closed doors, man, it's probably a real stressful job. But besides playing and meeting fans and like the good parts of it, there's probably a lot of down nights of just like stress, like, especially if you're a player with like no real family, like you don't have a wife and kids or something, like, you know. But I think the Knicks are gonna come out next half trying to keep it up. You know, Philly is a team you can't sleep on, and so I think they're gonna come out, try and continue to do the same thing that they was doing. Maybe try to get OG going a little bit more from three. And we'll see, you know, maybe Deuce takes a lot more shots, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know, maybe they run a little bit more pick and rolls between Huck Porty and Achua. You know, some lateral action towards the basket instead of going side to side. We'll see. But let's get back to live action, man. Third quarter's getting ready to start. Pretty sure the Knicks should get the ball. Yeah. So Knicks with their starting five, Sixers with their starting five as well. Let's get back to live action. Huck Porty sets a screen on Maxey. Brunson step back three. Short. Huck Porty tries, but ooh. Hit Oubre on the putback attempt. Shows some good sportsmanship. Thing I like about Oubre too, man, he gets hit a lot. But he hustles, bro. Like he's a hard working player. He's somebody that loves the game. You know what I'm saying? When he was on Phoenix, he was doing good. He was doing good on Phoenix. Uh Huck Porty for 16 points tonight. That'll be tough. I feel like he might get to like 10. But he could also play a lot of minutes too if the lead goes up. Well, George, it's a mid-range, 61-47. So I think that's the first bucket of the quarter. 45 seconds in. Brunson has a switch to get George on him. Kicks to Anunoby, three-pointer, short. Bro, what do OG do with his legs, bro? Yo, he be sweet. Like, oh my gosh. I never understand, bro. Grimes kicks it to Oubre. Oubre does not make the layup, but draws a foul on Jalen Brunson. That's his first of the game. What kind of defense is that, JB? I want to eat this Shirley cookie right now. But it's like, bro, sometimes I try not to eat while I'm streaming. You know, out of respect for you guys. But these right here, these Shirley cookies, top five, top five, top five, top five. These are made in Barbados. Top five, bro. I didn't even know these in my pocket. I forgot. I just took them out. Oubre hits both free throws. Score is 61-49. Ariel Huck Porty almost stolen. Ball knocked out of his hands from behind, and it is stolen. Picked up by Drummond. So George with the quick sleight of hand. Kicks to Grimes. Grimes drives. Blocked by Huck Porty. Yeah. I like that. He lost the ball, and he, on the other end, made up for it. Bounce pass to Anunoby. Pump fake. Has OG on skates. I mean, Drummond finds a cutting Josh Hart for an easy layup. Like it. The ball movement. Crossover bump. Oubre poked out of his hand, knocked out of bounds. That's not off his body. Good hands from Huck Porty, man. Knocked it out of bounds. I'm training. I love some. Yo, these fire, bro. Every time my mom goes to Jamaica, need those. Grimes hits a corner three off the inbounds. Ow. Okay. 11-point lead now for the Knicks. Huck Porty. Handoff to Brunson. Sets the screen. Brunson goes right. Spins. George goes for the steal. Kicks to Hart. Bridges now with 4 on the shot clock. Picked up by George. Drives into the paint. Creates some space. Pull up. In and out. And that is tipped in by Andre Drummond. Point will go to Ariel Huck Porty. So he now has 8 points. Yeah. Ariel Huck Porty, man. Knicks up 13. Maxey to George. George hits a three-pointer. Come on, bro. Huck Porty moving screen. Third foul on Huck Porty. Hey man, we gotta teach this guy how to set some screens. I don't know what he was doing. He was backpedaling just now. My man was backpedaling. They called it the cha-cha slide. That's funny. Mike Breen and Monica McNutt. That's a good duo. George to a cutting Grimes. He's cut off by Hart on the baseline. Philly down by 10. Oubre with the ball. Great. Oh, he put a body on Brunson. Bridges tips the rebound to Hart. Bridges falls down on the floor. Hart to Bridges. Bridges on the midi, and that's good. Mikal Bridges. I like that. That's it. I took a little corner piece. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. See? Just a little. Oh, the other corner's inside the bag still. Man, I know. Wow. That was good. Jalen Brunson gets the rebound, fouled by Andre Drummond. Knicks up a dozen. I like it, man. I like it. Brunson still hasn't gotten an assist, but hasn't been much scoring uh early on in this quarter, like when the game started. So both teams buckling down a little bit on defense. Brunson to Achua. Achua crossover on Drummond. Ball poked out of his hand. Oubre and Bridges to the floor. Oubre picks it up. They get the steal. Actually, so the Knicks got to look out for Paul George, man. He had, like, bro, how many steals he got already? I don't get it. He got 4 steals. Can we, you know, take care of the basketball? He's all, like, Paul George is always looking to, like, come on, man. Come from the weak side. And then he hits the bucket, cuts it to a 10-point game. I like it, though, man. Things like this need to happen for the Knicks because you got to learn to compete and stay in games, bro. That's the one thing that's different about this team than last year. Like, last year, we'll give up leads, have nothing to worry about. Last year, we'll be down, have nothing to worry about. We got faith they'll come back. This year, it's like, bro, once the Knicks get blown out, man, it's hard to see them coming back. And I don't like that for us. As a unit, that don't feel good. Last year, they had stronger second half. Yeah. Last year, like, yo, man, we used to go into halftime last year like, so what if we're down by 20 points? Do you know who we are? Like, we was the comeback kings, man. Like, the turnarounds used to be so crazy. Down by 20, come back, win by 15. Like, the third quarters was just beautiful to watch, man. Sometimes even in the fourth, you just know when it came down to clutch time, Jalen Brunson doing his thing. The Knicks go small. Dante, because Emmy lost Julius too, so it was Dante Hart. Sometimes Bogdanovich, sometimes Mr. Alec Burks, but that was at the end. In the beginning, Deuce was stepping up. Before they traded for RJ, I mean for OG. Like that month of January after the trade was beautiful. Like we was watching some great basketball, you know? And we still are, but it's just that it's a lot to integrate. The thing about last year was we, as a fan base, knew what Deuce McBride could do. We knew it. We all knew it. We all knew that if Deuce was to get more minutes, he's going to produce. But who was in Deuce's way? Emmanuel Quickly. It just don't happen to be like that. Then the spacing on the floor just didn't work with RJ, Randall, and Brunson. It didn't work. They gave it a try. And they went out and got somebody who they've been trying to get for a very long time in OG Anunoby. You know, they got Josh Hart the previous year, so like the front office, they work at what we need, and so we got to give them their kudos. It's just that this might have been one thing we didn't expect, and because of it, it just has a bigger growth curve as like the move that they made in the offseason has a bigger growth curve. And so, but if you think about it, the Josh Hart acquisition was midseason and the OG acquisition was midseason. And it wasn't much big changes. This year, they did both of them right before the season started, and they've been giving the team the entire year to try to figure it out. So they just got to figure it out. The Knicks, man, out of the timeout, 2 turnovers already. Grimes with a steal, Oubre with a steal. But Oubre missed the layup. OG leaves it for old Precious. And Precious with the little floater. Dante was top 3 shooter from 3 last year, and they got rid of him. It's tough, man. But they had to do something to steal Towns away from Minnesota. They just had to. Like Dante was collateral in that trade. He really was. He really was. We had no picks to attach to it like that. We already got rid of Bogdanovich and all the other players. So it just so happened to be him, man. And it sucked. But they was probably just thinking about, the minutes, what was going on, the contract, you know. There we go. Good steal from OG. Picked up from Hart. Hart leaves it for Bridges. Bridges tries a 3. And that's good. Mikal Bridges hits his first 3 points after scoring 19 in the first. He now has, 22 points. Or is that 20? I think he made a layup, actually. He's got 24. 75, 62. They didn't steal him, bro. That's just a storyline. Wolves wasn't trying to pay Cat. Now, of course, when I say steal, I'm saying in the sense of if we wasn't going to get him, somebody else is going to get him. You know what I'm saying? I knew there was I think they would have paid him. I just feel like they probably he probably wasn't willing to take a pay cut or something. You know what I mean? Some players are not willing to do that. Towns been with that team his entire career. Sometimes, your agent might tell you, if you want to go elsewhere, sometimes your number got to get too high. He probably wanted to leave Minnesota. Sometimes they give the PR responses all the time, like, oh, I love to hear, I wanted to play my whole career here. Bro, they be lying. They be lying. They do not want to play. Come on, man. Minnesota, a small market team. He want to go. It's cold all the time. Hey, Minnesota, I gave you 8, 9, 10 years of my life. It's time to move on, bro. It's time to move on, man. It happens, you know? And in this day and era, it's rare to see a player stay with a team their entire career. Like, if you're not winning all the time, you're not gonna see that person play his entire career there. Like, that's why LeBron ended up leaving. The Cavs was not winning. He was like, I'm out. I'm gonna go down to Miami. And then as soon as they won, he's like, all right, now I could go somewhere else. Went to LA, got a ring. You know what I mean? Like, he went back to Cleveland, got them a ring before he went to LA. So sometimes, you know, even though I'm at this place and I want to stay here my whole career, I don't like losing. Hey, I ain't trying to go my whole career. I only got about 15 to 20 years. I can't play that many years and not get a ring. Let it not even get a ring, not compete. Yeah, And you look at the West, man, he probably seen his next 5, 6 years and was like, I don't think I'm even going to see NBA Finals if I say Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? He probably was thinking that. Wow. That's what I am talking about. Steal from Brunson leads to an OG fast break. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think he was gonna make that. He lost the ball. But that foul was on Bona. OG going to the line for a chance to complete a 3-point play. Knicks up 16. OG, here we go. Completes it. That's what I'm talking about, man. We need free throws, man. Easy points. See the ball get to the basket. That's why I liked Melo. Melo used to just can't guard me. Jeremy Lin, like players that go to the basket get respect. Maxey missed the layup. Thought it was a goaltending call, but Bona on the follow puts it back. The lead is 14. My favorite number. Well, one of them. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Hit them. They keep hitting them. Nick Nurse, you know he's upset. The famous Nick Nurse. Come on, bro. How's that not a blocking foul? That's clearly a blocking foul, Maxie. Your whole knee goes into Brunson. All right. Bridges to Achua. Knicks with 8 on the shot clock. Achua crossover. Oubre gets a steal. Bro, all these steals, man. What's happening? Bridges ahead to Brunson. Josh Hart. And then another steal. My gosh, bro. Bona to Maxey. Maxey to Oubre. Paul George steps out of bounds. Thank you, OG. Yo, nobody could play defense. Look at James Dolan. Is he? I never seen him on that side of the hoop. Maybe he usually does. Brunson gets the left-handed layup to go. I like, man, the Knicks able to answer, bringing the lead back up. Maxey leaves it for Bona. Bona on the pivot foot. Kick ball. Oh, they didn't call it kickball. It's a pass off the foot. So Sixers still with 7 on the shot clock. Kelly Oubre to the bench for Quentin Grimes. Deuce McBride in the game. Hart to the bench. And Josh Hart going straight to the locker room. Probably a bathroom break. You never know. Maxey draws a foul on Bridges and 1. Bridges got caught with his hand in the cookie jar. So Maxey going to get a chance for a 3-point play. Oh, wow, man. The Knicks, they're trying. They're trying, you know. Still up. Of course, you know, Philly's going to do their best to try to come back in this. And so we just got to stay on our A game. You're going to get punched, but can you punch them back? You know, the third quarter, when you make a good lead for yourself, the third quarter, you should expect the team to come out and try their hardest to give themselves a chance in the fourth quarter. That's what the third quarter is all about. Not to try to win the game, but to come back to compete enough to win in the fourth. Achua cannot get that layup to go. Bona on the board. Leaves it for Maxey. Knicks up 11. Maxey, layup is no good. Ball goes out of bounds off the hands of McBride. That might have got blocked by Achua, though. So Achua playing some good defense, man. Like, I like it. 2 blocks off the bench. Ah, he did get a block. Got his fingertips on it. Maxey going off the... Yeah, he does. That's the one thing we got to just, you know... Because he's been missing all game. we've been letting him shoot and stuff, and I know he been missing. He's 0-6 from the 3-point line, but that fourth quarter, he get three back to back to back type of stuff. That's what he does. So, I think right now we're doing a good job of controlling him. Um, I think Paul George gives him that extra space. So right now, Oubre has been the one killing us right now this game. Kelly Oubre, which he normally plays well against the Knicks, especially in the Garden. So, you know, it's okay. Right now, as a team, we're winning this game, but you want to see a little bit more from the bench. Granted, they hasn't played a lot yet, but you kind of want to see a little bit more. But I feel like Tibbs just not want to play around with the lead. Like, I feel like for the bench to get lots of minutes, we got to be up by like 25. 20 is too close for Tibbs' comfort to put the bench in. I don't know what it is. So, but yeah, yeah, I think a lot of it is missed shots from Maxi, but I do like the coverage we got on him. I mean, he's 7 for 21. I think a lot of his missed layups has been some very greatly contested once we got to the paint. So I think we're doing a good job protecting the paint. And even with the absence of Towns, we're doing pretty good. Huck Porty is very active, especially on the boards. He only got 4. No, he got 2. How does he only have 2 rebounds? Am I tripping? I feel like I've seen him grab way more than 2 rebounds. I guess I'm tripping. Either way, Knicks up by 11, and there's 2:41 left in the third quarter. Oh, that's fan from Stranger Things. Kyler Murray at the game. Melo. Hello. Bernard King. Marcus Camby. Must I shoot like that? Stephon Marbury. The former Knicks that are at the game right now, man. Josh Hart. Yeah, yeah. Josh. That's the thing about Josh. Josh knows what to do when it needs to be done. Like, no Towns, no problem. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, a game like this is a game to take Josh Hart for rebounds on FanDuel. Like, you should know. Like, 16 rebounds? Yeah, why not? Because that's probably the most they'll have. Take it. And another block from Precious. I like that. 2.5 to go. OG to Precious. Precious was not paying attention, but able to still get that pass. McBride has Edwards on him driving. Pull up. Let's go. Deuce McBride. I like the midi, man. I like the choice from the mid-range. She's been missing threes. Take the easier jump shot, man. Maxey gets the layup to go over the outstretched hands of Precious. And like looking at Maxey, you could tell he really want to win this game. He's picking up Brunson full court, you know? But the thing is, hey, Maxey, if you want to waste all your energy on defense, are you going to have enough energy in that fourth quarter? Maybe not. Rebound from Grimes. And then out dribble, he looks, swings it to Maxey. Maxey picked up by Bridges. Screen by Bona. Maxey to Lonnie Walker. His three-pointer is no good. Achua with the rebound. Now Brunson brings it up the court, picked up by Walker. Deuce, pump fake, brings it back. Pulls it out, goes up. Passes to Achua. Now OG, jab step on Edwards. Spins, turns, waits. Here we go. Step back, free throw line, jump shot. Rolls off the front of the rim. Bona tips it to Lonnie Walker, the fourth. So look at that, man. The Philadelphia 76ers have 2 players that are the fourth of their generation. Well, with the name, I should say. 4 generations of Lonnie Walkers and Ricky Councils. Maxey with the pump fake draws the foul on Deuce McBride. Deuce, man, that was a bad foul, bruh. You bailed him out. Hey, I appreciate everybody that's here, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on our way to 500 subs. That's our goal of the season, playoffs included. So we're halfway there. The faster we get there, the faster the content grows. Shout out to our sponsor, Planet Co Tough. They've always had us fitted out well. So let's go, man. Maxey cuts it to single digits. 83-74. Knicks up by 9. Maxey now has 20 points. Knicks got to do a better job, man. Got to score some points. Achua back to Brunson. What kind of offense are we playing right now? Floater. Brunson was looking for the foul. That was a bad shot attempt. But it's all good. Tibbs upset. Yo, both coaches yelling at these refs. 10 seconds left in the quarter. Maxey up top, picked up by Bridges, goes left. Crossover, pull back, step back 3. Short. Rebound, Shamit. 3/4. No good. Knicks only up by 9, man. Allow Philly to outscore them by 7 in this quarter to cut the lead to 9. So Knicks got a lot of work to do. The game is not over. There's still 12 minutes left in this game. Paul George, Maxey, and Kelly Oubre will be the 3 to try and beat the Knicks. So, we got to step it up. You expect Josh Hart to get back in that lineup at some point and put his hands back on this game. Huck Porty, we hope that in this fourth quarter, you play a little bit smarter, man. We don't need no foolish fouls. Take care of the basketball. That's the main reason why this lead has dropped. I don't know how many steals happened in that last quarter, but the Knicks was just turning the ball over left and right in that third quarter, man. Like, as a team, Philly has 11 steals. I don't even know how many came in that third quarter, but that just goes to show we are not taking care of the basketball. We have 13 turnovers, and time to wake up, man. Fourth quarter, this is where legends are made. This is where legends are made. I really want to see how many steals happened, though. So Paul George got 1, 2, Oubre, Grimes, that's 4, 5, 6. Wow. So half of their steals, 6 out of the 11 steals for Philly came in that third quarter. So, hey, the Knicks got to do a better job of protecting the basketball. Protect the rock, man. And a lot of that, like a lot of those steals, because, the Knicks ended up with like 4 steals from what I seen in that third quarter, too. So that's fairly even, But a lot of that comes from not communicating, You gotta talk, whether you're offense or defense. Let me know, man. Don't just bring your man to me when I got the basketball, bro. You clogging up the passing lane, you clogging up the driving lane. Like, give me some space. Let me operate. We be setting screens mad close to each other, playing on the elbow. Like, bro, come on. But Knicks up 9. Time to do it. I couldn't resist anymore. Here we go. Look at that. Paul George and Tyrese Maxey combined had 22 points. in that third quarter. The Knicks as a team had 22. So we got to slow those two down and we got to score. Yeah, 9 points is nothing. Like this game is way too close for comfort. And you know, that's the Knicks' fault, man. They allowed them to come back. They're not taking care of basketball. Forcing up jump shots. But back to live action. Philly has the ball. Pretty sure they scored the last bucket of the quarter. Paul George short on the mid. Josh Hart grabs the board. Josh Hart to Payne. And Payne looking. He's back in the game for Brunson, along with Shamit, Huck Porty, and McBride. Payne puts up the floater. Short. Hart with the offensive rebound. He goes up, misses, looking for a foul. Late whistle, but he got it. Bona with the foul. Yo, Meno, man, I just want to say, wait, am I saying it right? Is it Meno or Mino? I feel like I ask this every time. But is it Meno or Mino? I think it's Meno. Or should I say Meno B? You know what I'm saying? Or Mino B? I don't know. I don't know. Meno. All right, bad. So, all right, cool. I appreciate you, man. You've been very active in the chat today. It's been a very good stream, man. Appreciate you. For real, for real. It's fun. It's fun with the back and forth. I really didn't think this game was going to be this close, though. So Josh Hart, 1 of 2 at the line. The lead is back up to 10. Maxey gets by Deuce, just throws it up. And that ball goes in and out. Almost got a 3-point play. Yo, Deuce, bro. Play some better defense. You letting him get by you. Slide your feet. Yo, congrats to Deuce, too, man. He's expecting a little baby on the way, a little baby Deuce, little baby McBride. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Word. My pleasure, my guy. Word. Yeah, it definitely is, man. I got a lot of Nick friends. You know, sometimes they tune in to the stream. Sometimes they be locked in on the game. So it all depends. Playoff time come though, it's gonna be fun. Feel bad for Philly though, man. Like I know a lot of people thought Philly was gonna make the playoffs this year, but maybe they didn't listen to us. And B looked like he was gonna be out. Josh Hart off the handoff from Huck Porty. The Knicks looking a little bottled up. Pump fake by Anunoby. This time puts up the mid-range, no good. Drummond with the rebound. OG just kicks his leg out when he shoots. And then Paul George gets the layup to go. Lead is 6 points, man. Wake up, guys. And now the Knicks need a timeout. The Knicks cannot score, bro. At some point, you got to wake up. At some point, you got to wake up. But you see what I'm saying? This is the problem with the bench. This is the problem with playing with the bench, man. They can't keep the lead or maintain it, bro. Just saying, Maxey went right by Deuce. George went right by Campaign. Like, bro, y'all got to play some defense, man. This is not how you want to start the quarter off. 1 point, a Josh Hart free throw. Crazy. That's what they got to take some pride in playing defense, man. I don't know, man. At some point, like for somebody to have how much points Maxey got? He's shooting 8 of 23, has 22 points. Like, I'm not sending you to the free throw line, bro. And if I am, like, I'm not giving you no little lazy ticky tack foul. Like I'm really gonna hit you. I'm sorry. Like it's gonna be obviously within the game. Like it's gonna be, but you're gonna start feeling playoff fouls at this point in the season, man. Is this game number 58? All right, but if I'm gonna swipe at the ball, they gonna hear that. You gonna you gonna feel that sting at the free throw line, man. I don't know what you talk about. But also that was a bad call by the refs, bro. Look, they've been so inconsistent this game. Like crazy. Knicks shot 19 free throws. These guys 18. But look at this. That is crazy. It's an even amount right there. I like this though, man. I think we need what's the name to start scoring right here. Miles McBride. 1 3-point attempt. That's not the deuce we know. Like that's why I like back in the day, like the six man used to know, like, I'm the six man. I'm coming off the bench to score buckets. I don't care what y'all say. Like, we get players that come off our bench, man. They don't even really like until they the only ones, they not even looking to score. Come on, man. I insert you into the game so that you could do something. All right, let's go back to live action. Knicks with the ball out of the timeout. Sticking with the same five. No, Achua's in the game for Deuce, and Bridges is in the game for, it looks like, Huck Purdy. So only Brunson. Oh, and Huck Purdy. Go up, Bridges. Falling away. Hits a tough shot over Paul George. Mikal Bridges. Like it. Knicks need a backbone like Isaiah Stewart. That's what I'm saying. We need a crash out. I agree. Isaiah Stewart is a crash out, bro. And then Paul George just throws the ball away. Good defense from Bridges on that backdoor attempt. Oh, Huck Porty, he's limping, so he's going to the back of the going to the Knicks locker room. Payne to Hart. Hart. Back to Anunoby. Corner three. In and out. Maxey with the rebound. Quick outlet to George. George picked up by Bridges. Good defense. Good hands from Hart. And he gets the steal. Ahead to Anunoby. 1-on-3. Does he do it? He does. His layup is good. Oh, gee. No foul call. But let that be Tyrese Maxey. You do this. And they gonna call a foul. In and out dribble from Maxey on the other end. Good defense by Bridges. I like how you got back. Maxey does not use a screen. Paul George fakes the three, kicks it to Maxey. Maxey swings to Edward. Edwards corner three is good. So that lead is back to 7. So Knicks, man, gotta guard the three, man. Knicks only hit 6 threes this game. Pretty sure 2 or 3 of them belong to Bridges. Bridges has Maxey behind him, and he gets the layup to go. Good screen by my precious. And Anobi can't buy a bucket from 3. 200 M's for mediocre scoring is crazy. Yeah, his shooting has been pretty off. But you know, the, I'm giving OG the grace I'm giving OG is the fact that, like, he was stripped. He keeps getting away with a travel. I'm not gonna lie. He's definitely getting away with some walks. But he hasn't played like basketball like these guys since he went out. So, you know, yeah, he definitely got away with a traveling. Gather, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he traveled. And that might have been stripped off his body. Oh, Nick Nurse is challenging the out of bounds. So that's what I'm saying. That might have went out of bounds on OG. But yeah, I think OG got a. We was talking about Mikal Bridges changing his form, and then Obi got to do something about the way he lands and like shoot the ball. Like he need to switch his form a little bit, bro. He got a little hitch in his shot, and every time he land, he start hopping. Like we need a better shooting coach for OG. I'm sorry. We need you on the floor, Ananobi. All that stuff you got going on, cut it out. It's Friday though, man. I think we get to see Mitchell Robinson. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Knicks PR, man. Uh, I don't know. It doesn't say anything. The Knicks assigned Pacom.ea Tyler Kolek to Westchester. What's going on, Mitchell Robinson? That's what we need to know. Is he really coming back this Friday? Tibbs said, we've gone 50-something games without our starting center. Guys have done a really good job stepping in. Could we do better? I always believe we can do better. Wait, so was he basically saying that Tom's gonna go to the four? We're gonna do the same thing Minnesota did, but it's gonna look a little better. Is that what he's saying? Tom Thibodeau told us when Mitchell Robinson returns, he'll come off the bench in short spurts. But if he does end up eventually starting, does Cat move to the four and who comes off the bench? Bro, who do you think coming off the bench? Mikal Bridges, nah. Hey, send him to the bench, man. He needs a demotion so he could wake up. Send Bridges to the bench. No Cat. At least for 2 games. Send him to the bench, man. Josh Hart has been earning the starting position the entire season. You know who should have lost it a long time ago? Bridges. But you know why we can't put him off the bench? Because we traded him for 6 picks. That the optics will look bad. We can't bring him off the bench. But maybe he needs to come off the bench and see that, like, man, you messing up the starting lineup, bro. You can't make a shot or play defense, man. Maybe you need to play with the bench. Because if you take Josh Hart out the starting lineup, like, I don't know. Maybe it puts more responsibility on Bridges, and that's what he needs when Josh is not on the floor, but he need a wake-up call. he need a wake-up call because, boy, this 3 games off, 1 game on, I don't like it. I don't like it. Maxi fakes Euro steps, gets by campaign. Lead is 7 once again. 8 minutes left in the game, man. I mean, bench Bridges, you never know. Might be a whole new type of lifestyle for him. Campaign with the step back missing. All right, coach. Time to get him out of the game. That's all we needed to see. That shot didn't like it. And look, Brunson going way to get out. Campaign, good defense. Last touch by Payne. Brunson checking back in. I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was off the body of Edwards, but hey, it's time to lock in. It's time to lock in. Here we go, Payne. You played good 11 minutes today. 7:40 left. The Sixers with 10 on the clock. George, handoff to Maxi. Maxi tries a 3. That is no good, Josh Hart. Rebound number 16. You see what I'm saying? Look, I knew he was going to get 16 boards. Whoa. That is twice. I got scared by something today. My music just started on my phone, and these headphones, like, first of all, why didn't it even start? I didn't push the button. Oh, so I feel like maybe sometimes I push it when I turn my head. That's probably what it was. The song just started and it was loud, and all I heard was doom. But yeah, my headphones are attached to my computer and my phone, and that just scared me, bruh. Like my heart. Uh, all right, sorry, y'all. I'm composed now. OG hits both of his free throws off the foul. Oubre hits the shot on the baseline. Good jumper. 92-85. Kelly Oubre, man, he now has 23 points for the Sixers. The Knicks got to do a better job of stopping these three guys, man. They're both, all three of them, with 20 points or more. Anunoby fakes on the three, sidestep no good. Achua tips it out to Brunson. Brunson fakes the pass. Brunson, in and out dribble on Drummond, puts up the floater, and that's good. Ooh. Ooh, had Drummond reaching. Edwards hits a three to answer. Knicks with some bad transition defense. Come on, bruh. 6-point game. Brunson has Edwards on him. Brunson to Bridges. Bridges to Brunson. Brunson, pump fake, bounce pass. That's not a kick ball? All right, picked up by Drummond. Okay. Paul George, pull up three, short. Drummond just shoves Mikal Bridges out of bounds, but no call. Jalen Brunson, 15 on the shot clock. Green set by Anunoby. Brunson and Bridges swings it to Hart. Hart finds a cutting OG, and OG loses the ball. Big body Drummond just came out of nowhere and just clogged up the paint. And the Sixers called timeout with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the game. And ref talking to Paul George, they tapping, talking about some I got you. What's going on here? Live in 4K? Did we just watch the ref? Hold on, because this guy has ref the Knicks game before. I remember his face. I think that's the ref that has been in the league for like 13 years and only refed his first playoff game last year. That's who it looked like. I forget his name, but I remember the face. I remember. Hold on, I'm gonna check right now. Uh, no, it's not Brett Nansel. Not Sean Corbin. So is it him? Nah. It gotta be. Bro, none of these look like that ref that I just saw. Trip. Hold on. We're back at the Garden, but I gotta see who this ref is. Come on. Let me see. Nah, that might be him. Brett Nansel. Nah, yeah, Brett Nansel, huh? Ninth season. I don't think he refed any All-Star game. I mean, not All-Star game, playoffs. Bro, how the Knicks only up? Who just scored just now? Andre Drummond. Looks like the refs finally blown their whistle. Good pass from Brunson to Bridges. Finds a cutting Hart. Hart up and under. How's that not a foul, bro? That should have been an and one. But let that be on the other end. I'm gonna say that every time, guys. It might not be a foul, but you gotta you gotta do what everybody does. Everything is a foul. Everything is a foul. Paul George drives. I don't know how he made that. Whatever. Oubre with the steal. Oubre, Paul George, corner three. And the Sixers cut the lead to 1. And now we have the best time of the game. Under 5 minutes within 5 points, clutch minutes, which means it's time for Jalen Brunson time. That's it. It's JB time. Everybody clear the way. Give my man the ball. Make space. That's it. That's it. That's it. Well, George, that's his fourth three of the game. The thing I like about watching this type of stuff is that like I used to be here where like I used to watch my team cut the lead and think like, yes, we're gonna win this, right? And then they end up not winning. So like the comeback was for no reason. Like that's what's about to happen to Philly. Like Philly fans, they're so hype right now. Like, yes, yes. Look at the comeback. This, as a Knicks fan, this is my favorite time of the game, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Game this close, I'm giving the ball to Jalen Brunson, and we're about to watch magic happen. We about to let magic just happen in front of us. Let's just enjoy the rest of this game as we win tonight. Should be fun. Should be fun, man. I'm telling you. Telling you. All right. Back to live action. 4.5 remaining. Jalen Brunson with the ball. Kicks to Achua. Ball to Hart. OG double team. Look, if you're going to double team everything, you already know what to do. Brunson drives. Finds Hart. Bridges, corner three. No good. Rebound, Paul George. Yo, that was a good shot. Here we go. Maxey drives, puts up the shot, hits it off the glass, and Philly takes a 1-point lead with 3 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. Jalen Brunson fakes a pass to Bridges. Bridges to Anunoby. Anunoby to Achua. Bridges, guarded by Maxey. Brunson draws a foul on Oubre, almost gets it to go off the glass, but will be going to the line for 2. Jalen Brunson. They'll always let mediocre teams make a comeback. This is dangerous. They always do. But this is Philly. You know, you got to put some respect on Tyrese Maxey and Paul George, man. Those guys are all-stars. It's them. It's them. You know what I mean? The issue is, this is what I try to say about the Knicks. It's 3 versus 8 right now. But yet, the Knicks are making it 3 versus like 2. You got to play team basketball. You got to play team basketball if you expect to beat 3 people. When you don't, you lose. That's just what happens, man. That's just what happens. You trying to match up and go one-on-one. You don't need to match up, bro. You need to pass the ball to your teammate and do what was working. Pass and cut. Pass and cut. Easy bucket. You trying to match up Maxey and Brunson and the scoring, and then Paul George and Bridges, and then OG and Oubre. Nah, you don't need to do that, bro. Y'all need to play team basketball. Paul George cannot hit the 3. Drummond deflected out to Oubre, and Oubre hits a 3. And now the lead is back into the hands of Philly, up by 2. So Jalen Brunson picked up by Maxey. They get the switch. Edwards. Brunson drives, goes right. Double team comes. Brunson finds Hart. Hart, his shot rolls off the rim. Rebound, Tyrese Maxey. Those are shots you gotta make. Maxey cut off by Achua. He brings it back out. Has 10 on the shot clock. Drives, puts up the shot, and that's good. Floater by Tyrese Maxey makes it a 4-point game. 102-98. So basically, if Bay was playing, we was getting smoked. Nah, I don't think so. Brunson puts up the floater. Is that an and one? Oh no, they said it was before. They said it was before the shot went up. So Brunson not getting an and one. Instead, we'll be shooting 2 free throws because Philly is over the foul limit. Cam, what's going on, man? How you feeling? Honestly, if Embiid was playing, it probably, I don't know, man. Because Embiid he just hasn't been looking like himself. Like the games that he was playing, I don't know. I think Philly's better off right now without, I mean, he's probably done for the season, but I think with Paul George, it's enough for Philly to slightly compete, but Brunson hits both his free throws, makes it a 2-point game with 2.5 remaining in the game. Maxey guarded by Bridges. Maxey, step back 3. See, that's foolish. That's how you mess it up. He missed, didn't he? That's how you mess up your team right there. Maxey, who was 0 for 7 from 3, decides, yeah, I'm going to do a step back 3 from 30 feet away. That's foolish. Brunson gets into the paint. Layup, good, ties the game. I'm trying to, listen, man. 2 minutes left. Tie ball game. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Heat 3, Knicks don't look like contenders. Do you know why they look off all year? Because they're a team that if you compare them to those top 3 teams, have a completely new starting lineup and they're trying to figure it out. The only team that you could say challenges that would be OKC, who has the MVP of the league. So that's probably it. And JB hits a 3 right in the face of Tyrese Maxey. Here we go, Brunson. Here we go, Brunson. Listen, man, I gave y'all and a block from Josh Hart or Paul George. Hey, I gave y'all the play-by-play before the play started. I'm trying to tell y'all, this is the best time for the Knicks. Under 5 minutes, you have Jalen Brunson. What are y'all worried about? Don't worry, man. Come on, bro. I've been here before. Man. I watched the Knicks get close when they were down by a lot. Then somebody else on the other team decides, yeah, whatever. That used to be Maxey for Philly. I know. I've seen it happen. At this point, it's like people forget that this is the NBA. These guys are professionals, right? Teams are going to make runs. It's going to happen. The Knicks have been playing bad basketball this entire second half. You know who hasn't really been playing this second half? Jalen Brunson. Majority of Jalen's minutes was in that first half, bro. Respectfully, he had 7 assists in the first half. He still has 7 assists. Second half, he been chilling. He been chilling. He ain't have to score. Everybody else was trying to score. It wasn't really working. You know what I'm saying? But hey, and that ball goes out of bounds by Paul George. So the Knicks have the ball with 1:13 to go. OG just showed why he's getting 200. And it's not for the scoring. It's the defense. The defense. But don't stress out. When you know your personnel, you don't stress out. Paul George and Tyrese Maxey, they do the same thing when the game is coming to the end. They chuck up 1,000 threes. They chuck them up. And all you got to do is force them to chuck it up, and they're going to miss. I promise you. That's what they do. I watched them so many times. I've put them on my parlay so many times, especially on live bets. And every time I'm watching, I'm like, yo, first half, you made 4 threes. Second half, you can't make two more. Just straight bricks. And all they do is shoot those threes. All three of them, actually. Kelly Oubre, Paul George, Tyrese Maxey. They chuck up threes at the end of the game. So we'll see what happens, man. Nick Nurse is challenging the out of bounds. So I don't know. It looked like it clearly went out of bounds out from Paul George. Are they challenging the call to see if there was a foul? Maybe. But I feel like if oh no, because if you're not challenging it though, you can overturn the call. But let's see what happens. Let's see what they say off this challenge, man. Don't be too stressed. Don't be too stressed, man. At the end of the day, guys, we gotta remember, man, the Knicks are still third in the East. We're still third, man. You know, we want to win a lot of games. You know, that's the most important thing. But at the end of the day, we can still compete for the playoffs. You know, the most important thing going into this final stretch of the season is staying healthy and getting better defensively. If it means not winning, fine. As long as you top four, you got home advantage. Hey, let's see what happens. You know, why have the Knicks looked this year? Is it me or was Brunson better last year? No, I definitely agree. The Brunson dagger was a pressure reliever for sure. Yeah, yeah, it definitely was. I mean, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. But I definitely think Brunson was playing a lot better basketball last year. But I think he also had to do a lot more. So we had to see his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like he had no choice but to bring the bag out. This year, we got some players that can, take the pressure off. And also Julius Randle, was hungry. Layup missed by Brunson. Achua goes for the tip. He misses it. Oh man, now we gotta lock in, bro. That was a good drive by Brunson. Maxey drives, stops, kicks out to Edwards. Edwards back to Maxey. Edwards sets the screen. Maxey has Josh Hart. Maxey drives, scoop layup, no good. Drummond offensive rebound. Cannot look at that block by Achua. Brunson fouled by Paul George. What did I tell y'all, man? Don't stress. You don't want to send that energy to your team. Nothing but positivity. Maxey been having a bad shooting game all game, especially he hasn't really made them floaters. He probably made about 2 of them floaters all game, and they all was off the glass. He ain't make not one off the glass. That's just straight floater. That's why he's shooting 11 of 30? Ugh. 11 of 30 for 28 points? Come on, bro. Come on, man. If y'all think that was gonna win the game, you you y'all don't watch basketball. Y'all don't watch basketball. Good block from Precious. We outside, man. Knicks, we go up, man. Brunson hits the first free throw. Hasn't missed a free throw tonight. 13 of 13. And he hit that other one. 14 of 14, man. Knicks, go back up by 5. Let's not worry about anything, man. And Nick Nurse immediately goes to the refs. And that's the same ref that was talking to Paul George. He probably saying, come on, man. We paid you guys to win. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is not what we asked for, ref. Man. Philly fans are upset right now. I'm telling you, I've been here, man. I was that fan when I saw the Knicks get so close. We even take the lead, and then what happens? We still lose. We still lose. Not tonight, man. But again, games like this are good for the Knicks. It's good for the Knicks because as we see, they cannot stay into the game mentally for 48 minutes. And if it's any team I'd rather it be against, I'd rather it be against a team not competing for the playoffs. This is a tough team in Philly. They got some tough players. They push our team to the brink. But they even if the Philly won this game, they not making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like their win would have no indication of where we move up and down in the playoff seating. So I'm glad it's happening against Philly and that the Knicks will end up on the winning end of this. But you need these kind of games, especially without Towns, to see who's gonna step up in the moment. And Achua always steps up when like he's consistently showing up, not all the time, but for the most part, he shows up when somebody's out and he has to get in the lineup. He shows up, whether it's a block, a steal. That's what he does. And he takes pride in being a good defender. Almost got that that block on Maxey, but the Knicks call timeout as Maxey makes that layup. And he tried to give Philly a chance with the clock. So I think only about 3 or 4 seconds went away. There's a 4.6-second difference between shot clock and game clock. So here we go. The 76 excuses are added again. Yeah, this is what they do though, man. The 76ers all season, like if you've watched them, like I've watched Philly because, unfortunately, they've cooked a lot of my tickets, unfortunately. But I've watched them lose so many games like this. This same style of being down, catching up, potentially taking the lead. Some of the games they don't, but they catch up and then they lose. I've seen it happen so many times. Philly stinks. They stink, man. And so many people was putting Philly over the Knicks in the beginning of the season, and I didn't see it. Even if Embiid was still playing, I didn't see it. And Philly is like they would have been going through the same thing that the Knicks are going through as far as like figuring out chemistry. It's like other teams, everybody give them that grace. Like, oh, new team, they gotta build chemistry. No, nobody say that about us. There's no we gotta build chemistry for the Knicks. I haven't heard that conversation anywhere besides the MSG network anchors. And OG gets an easy dunk off the inbounds. Philly fell asleep. Look at that. We scored within 2 seconds. Oubre, layup, short, no good. And a foul. The same ref that was talking to Nick Nurse, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, Vegas is. Let me see. Let me see if there was a foul. Where? Where? Let me see. Maybe a different camera angle. Oh, that was such a bad call. Like you said, Alvaro, ball don't lie. I can't believe it. Yo, I'm actually surprised that the Knicks finally got a out of bounds play to go. I'm shocked. That inbounds pass, like OG, he got past Paul George, but the Knicks are bad at inbounding the ball. But Kelly Oubre missing the free throw. The lead is still 5. Hits the second one, and the Knicks have a chance to kind of dribble this out. They're gonna try to foul. So let's see if we can get the ball into the hands of Brunson. They're face guarding him. He does get the ball, and he's bumped out of bounds by Justin Edwards. So this shall be a free throw game to end it. See what happens. Jalen Brunson now, 14 of 14, 100% at the line, going back. And it's looking like Tibbs will be switching offense for defense as Deuce gets off the bench, which I don't think is a smart thing to do. Like, Maxey has been scoring on Deuce McBride the entire game super easily. But maybe you bring Deuce to pick him up full court, and Brunson misses the free throw. No, did I do the announcer jinx? I never thought that was a real thing, but did I? Did I just? Oh man. Oh, I never thought that was a real thing. But as soon as I said 14 for 14, he missed. Yep. He goes 1 for 2 though. Maxey off the inbounds. They taking too much time. Maxey, step back three. Short, no good. What I told y'all, he's gonna shoot them threes. It ain't gonna work. W Knicks. Philly does not foul, and that is how the cookie crumbles. 110-105. The New York Knicks. The only way they know how to make it, man. They make it a tough game for fans to watch. They make it a tough game for themselves to win. But we still come out in the end with a W, man. That's the vibes I am talking about, man. Shout out to the captain. He pulled up. You know, he showed the muscle, showed the hustle, and that's what we needed. That's what we needed, man. GG's, the process is over. Yeah. And it's crazy because people wanted the Knicks to trade for Embiid in the offseason. Yeah, okay. How we feeling now, huh? How we feeling now? Monster game from Brunson, 34 points, 7 assists. Didn't get another assist after that, first one. Vegas probably called that in. Hey, man, don't get that 8th assist. But you got that dub. This was good. Knicks are now 38-20. And the Sixers, man, they can't beat us. We're 3-0 against them. We play them one more time, April 1st. Show you out right there. So April Fool's Day. Man, did those three fool Philly? Did they fool him? I definitely miss Cat, but he need this day off. That knee, we're gonna need him in the postseason. So if we can get him rest, games like this, get him some rest, man. Philly's very small. They don't play Drummond that much. They played him this game, but Achua and Hart pulled it off, man. 17 rebounds from Josh. And you love to see it, man. You love to see it. The bench, not too solid, 17 points total, but the defense was there from Achua. 4 precious blocks that we needed. And Hug Porty, hopefully that injury wasn't too bad. He did not return to the game after landing on his, I think it was his ankle. So, Embiid is definitely a reason that Mitch has been out. So, he turned himself into the enemy real quick in the playoffs against the Knicks. So I'm glad the Knicks got this dub. We needed this. It was beautiful. And a win is a win. A win is a win. That is right. Big task. It's exciting, man. Next game is on Friday. We're on the road against Memphis. We already showed them what we could do. But knowing Ja Morant, he's not going to take that loss lightly. Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to have to face against a freshly waiting Mitch. He's been waiting to get on the court. And it should be fun, man. The lineup's going to get a chance to see some type of change and configuration for a little bit, especially if Towns plays. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. We probably won't even see Landry Shamet. Who knows? But good win by the Knicks, man. Shout out to Hug Porty on the start. He finished with 8 points. He was a +1, but he was good. He was active. And it was a good job by him, man. Got his first start. And you like it. You see Cat playing the 4 if Mitch is back? I do. I definitely do. And will that give Towns some opportunity to play in the paint, like post up? Maybe. Put Mitch in the dunker spot. Or you set your pick and rolls with Mitch instead of Towns. Who knows? Maybe set a 4-5 big to big screen. I don't know, but the Knicks will have options. The Knicks will have some options. You got these bigs wanting to play the 4. AD wanted to go back to the 4. You see what Towns could do at the 4. With Rudy Gobert in Minnesota, it wasn't bad. Just that I don't think anybody really fears Rudy Gobert as a defender. Like Rudy compared to Mitch in the paint, like I feel like nobody. I don't want to say it, but I don't think nobody's afraid to drive into the paint against Rudy Gobert. But when they see Mitch, it's a different story. But shout out to you too, Alvaro, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the salute. Salute to all the mods. Salute to everybody that pulled up tonight. Next game is on Friday at 8 p.m. We will be having our West Coast road trip, I believe, starting next week. So late games, pull up for the vibes. I will be here. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. It was a great game. And good win by the Knicks, man. Shout out to Jalen Brunson. He came, took over the game at the fourth quarter. We needed it because everybody else let them catch up. So shout out to Bridges too. Had a good first half start. Started with 19, finished with 28. So he proved me wrong. He proved me wrong. Scored in the second half, got to 28 points. And shout out to Josh, man. Didn't have to score today. Didn't have to assist as much. But he was heavy on the boards, man. 17 defensive rebounds. So just think about that. Those was all against the Sixers players in the paint. So shout out to him. Shout out to OG hitting all 5 of his free throws, grabbing boards, playing defense. So Wingstop did good on the defensive end tonight. Achua off the bench, my player of the game, man. 31 minutes. Shot 50% from the field. 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 4 blocks. That was major. Knicks got to do a better job of taking care of the basketball. 15 turnovers. They had 6 in the, well, probably more than 6, but I know they had 6 from steals in that third quarter. So, shout out to Philly for making the adjustment in the second half, but the Knicks were just too good, man. And respectfully, though, it was the first half that saved the Knicks from losing this game. I just want to show y'all right here. You look at the second half. Philly 29 and 22 in the third quarter. Knicks 27 points, 31. So that first half is what really kind of kept us in the game. So Philly did outscore the Knicks in the second half, but that first half monster showing from Bridges is what kept us to win this game. So a bad second half by the Knicks on the overall outlook of things. But hey, shout out to Brunson, man. Shout out to Brunson. So hopefully they see this and they take it to heart against Memphis, they're just like us, man. They fight. They got Desmond Bane, John Morant, Zach Edey. When rookies play, you give them some respect on the boards. And Santi Aldama off the bench shooting 3. So Knicks could win it. Knicks should win it. And I'll catch you guys on Friday, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up for sure. So I'll see you guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. Yeah, tough in the paint for sure. Hey, Mitch comes back. So even if it's 10 minutes, man, we get to see our big man back on the floor. So let's be happy about that. He probably won't get to start, but get to see him on the floor. Again, shout out to y'all. And have a good night, man. Have a good night. See you guys on the next one. Yes, sir. Peace.
hands in the sky. New York, raise them high. City that never sleep, that's no lie. When we coming out the game and it's over. So nice, put the team on my shoulder. Man, you better know my name, cause the kid got game. MVP, man, I told ya. But the game done changed, cause we changed up the game. Any way you wanna flip it, I'ma flip it insane. Flames to your brain, so nuts and pain. 5 seconds, all I had, man, I had to explain. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem. BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem. BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. New York, stand up for your borough, hands up. All my ladies in the front, let me see your man up. Your body representing is never bang up. And I gotta be your man, so we gotta gang up. Oh, New York City, them boys, man, them all about the money. New York City, let me see you stand up for your city. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem. BX, but you can't guard 'em. Queens, BK, Charlotte. Yo, I'm representing New York, Harlem.
Here they know I show this family.
But you can't guard 'em.
Representing this production.